and like we always gonna say, I'm gonna start it from the beginning instead of saying it late because I feel like this is a good intro to always put it in the intro. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend.
It's
It don't
free.
cost you nothing. Right, it's free, man. It's free. It don't cost you a dime.
Cost you absolutely. You know what? Like I said again, I'm gonna start getting angry. Go ahead.
Yeah, let's you crazy. But let's get into it, man. Playoffs been
The finals
rocking, man.
have a matchup.
Huh?
The finals have a matchup.
Yep, most definitely. And it should be an interesting one too. So it's like, we gonna get into that. We gonna get into the discourse about the matchups. But yeah, man. How'd you see about that Wolves and Thunder series?
Lay off of Anthony Edwards. I'm seeing all. I don't know if you saw the
Right?
pictures. They're putting him in the Ant-Man suit and calling him Cant-Man.
Oh, they crazy.
Yo, if I come back across that picture, I'm gonna
I
send
saw
y'all.
one tweet, but I didn't see the photo of it though.
Bro, they
That
got him
yo,
dressed up like Ant-Man. Like he got the Ant-Man suit on, and it says Ant-Man.
no, this shit is hilarious,
Yo,
bro.
lay off of Anthony Edwards. We not doing that.
Yo, that's crazy. That's disrespectful, bro.
Yo, when I seen that joint,
I
I
gotta see.
was gonna laugh. I said, hold on, let me over there. I said, because they not gonna disrespect Ant at
Yeah, that's
all.
crazy. They doing my dog dirty.
No, they doing them dirty right now. I
Hmm.
I don't blame that series that much on him. I just feel like, bro, they were just overmatched in the series. Like you gotta think.
Yeah.
This is your leading scorer. This is your go-to scorer. They have three different people consistently switching. Lou
Mhm.
Dort, Jalen Williams, and Caruso consistently switching on him. So it's not like
Yeah.
one of them have to guard him all game. They're consistently switching.
Yep.
So they
Yep.
get they rest to get back up there and hustle against them again. Like
They
so, yeah,
they
I
was
mean,
throwing the house at him. They was throwing the house at him.
it's just a lot. And
Yep.
I feel like this is what I meant by
Hmm.
I don't want to seem like this time I'm not trolling them. I'm legit saying it.
Okay.
This is why when you have like a Rudy Gobert, you need another center. I feel like that can create his own offense off the block.
Facts. Like with the excuse me, not to cut you off, but to chime in on that, right? Almost like the Thunder formula, the double big lineup. They got Chet. He can space the floor. He can create his own a bit. And then Hartenstein, not so much. He got that one little floater joint going for him. He'd catch lobs here and there. What's up,
Yo, what up,
Josh?
Josh?
Appreciate you. Hopefully you stay in. Right now we talking about the playoffs, and then of course we're gonna get into that finals matchup. But yeah, so yep, I definitely feel what you're saying. They definitely need that.
Yeah, because like I get it, you got the Nas Reed with it, but
Mm-hmm.
he want to shoot trees. He not really like.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess
Yep.
that space
Appreciate
the
you,
floor
Josh.
for him a little bit, but
Exactly. Yeah.
you got
Yeah.
you got Anthony Edwards that I feel like
Mhm.
he make the threes. He just fall in love with him a little too much. Still, for me, in my
Right.
opinion,
Okay, so you agree with others have been saying? They said that he should put his back to the basket a bit more because they that
that's
creates
what's up. I'm a
opportunity. Yeah.
youthful.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And what you say it again? Oh, you was talking to in the comments.
Yeah, I was talking to you.
Oh, okay. So yeah. Um, what you think about that? Because you think that that creates a bit more of opportunity for him to basically go with his move, or if he gets a double, he can. It's easier for him to see the floor to pass out.
It's almost like the Brunson thing, right?
Mm,
Where
okay.
no matter how many defenders get thrown at them, they
Mhm.
still try to finish through it besides passing the ball early. And
Exactly.
by the
Yeah, and
time
that.
you pass the ball early, right? I mean, not pass the ball early, but by the time you pass the ball, it looks like your team doesn't know what they're doing, but you're putting them in a bad position.
Mhm.
You get what I'm saying? So you're giving somebody the ball, and now they gotta. It's damn near a hot potato now. You're trying to hurry up and figure out what to do with it in the couple
Mhm.
seconds that you got.
Yep, that's a
And
fact. Yeah.
like do too much, and sometimes he start again the Brunson thing when you trying to force scoring.
Mhm.
We get it. We all know you the best player on the team. You don't have to be the highest scorer every game though.
Tell me about it. And that's exactly what everybody see from him, bro. Like it's clear that everybody else see it. So it's like, how don't you see it, bro? Like you gotta be better to help your team.
I'm
And it's
curious.
like that's what you say?
I'm curious on what he's gonna be working on in the offseason.
Should be passing the ball. Should be that right there. And that was the difference. That's what separated them from the Pacers because the Pacers moved the ball. They moved the ball like a real unit, like a real team. It can't just be your turn, my turn, like we said how with the Boston Celtics did. I
Yeah.
feel like that's how it was at times with him and Cat.
And also when we get to the point where that's what I mean by you're trying too hard to be the quote unquote star. It was one possession, right? So I can't remember. Somebody was saying like a screen on, or he was going to try and go over a screen. Is Brunson I'm talking about? We'll go back to Anthony Edwards today. And when he tried to go around, Neesmith was still chasing him. He see Halliburton coming up, and he's trying to make a move to split between them. Besides just getting the ball out your hand as soon as possible.
Yep, yep.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. Yep.
so yeah. So I get to the point when it's, and then like yeah, you went 8 for 18.
Mhm.
It, I don't know if that's the worst shooting, but it's damn
Yeah,
sure.
it's not good. Yeah,
Like you
right.
get what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
what did I tell you? Me and you were texting before the game, and what did I say? This is going to come down to if Towns is going to be consistent tonight because he
Oh
just
yeah,
had
yeah.
a big game,
Facts for sure. Yeah. Yep.
right? He
And you
just
can't
had
do
that
that.
big game.
Yeah. Shout out you, Josh. Appreciate you, bro.
For shit short.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a fact. He had it came down to him being consistent as well. But also, how about this, bro? Can we say that? Can we say this? The role players got to be consistent too. Now I know Tibbs wasn't that consistent with his lineups. Now that hurt them a little bit. But are we really expecting the rest of the role players to step up? Now Shaman he hit some threes here and there, right? But Delon Wright, like we always said before though, when we talk about putting people into the game, when it's like they need the dang, I forgot what I was trying to say. Like basically when you haven't been playing for a while and you get in the game, you need to get the rhythm. That there it is.
The
You need to
rhythm. You
get the
think about the
rhythm.
rhythm. Yeah.
So and Delon Wright, I mean, I'm calling him Delon Wright. That's his name. Yeah, Delon Wright. Yeah, I'm saying it right. Yeah, Delon
Darrell
Wright
his
isn't.
brother. You probably think about Darrell, right? That's his brother.
Well, yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So, anyways, it's like a player like him needs the rhythm because he isn't a shot creator. You know what I mean? He
Mm.
gets his stuff going by
Good
playing
defender
defense.
though. Good defender. He a good.
Exactly. That's where he gets it going from. So yeah, so it's like he did a little too late with the lineups, but we also can't. What's the excuse when you guys aren't making free throws? They were 17 out of 26, I believe.
I was just gonna
Not
bring up
getting back on defense. Defense too. Like
me
they
and
were
you
supposed to
had
hold up. Hold up. They were supposed to be ball stoppers. Mikael Bridges, OG Anunoby. OG is pretty good at uh his matchups at times. But Mikael Bridges, man, sad. Go
but look,
right at him every time.
you the thing is too. Go at who every time,
Mikael. They gotta go at him every time. He fooled.
bro. He was not that bad in this series.
He had his moments though. That's why you saying he wasn't that bad. He had his moments, but
Okay, so he was. Listen, this is that Nets fan thing that y'all just have a crazy beef with him. I don't know what's y'all problem. Don't get mad because he went to the Eastern Conference Finals once he left y'all.
all right, okay. How about this? I don't have really a beef with him for to keep it a buck. I'm just going off of what I see.
So you just think he a bad player? That's
No,
what you're saying?
hell no, hell no. But he's overrated defensively. That's my thing. They had him as a 3 and D guy, and
I mean,
three. I'm gonna say 3 and no D. That's what I call him.
all right, can we say this? All right, can we say this? Um, we can. He is. I feel like he's an above average defender. Like he's not an average defender. I feel like he's a little
He's an
above
average.
average.
Yeah, wrong channel. I don't know.
I've been seeing that
we just
question
talk
the whole
first.
time. Going past it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I'm just.
I skipped it the first time, but it came up again. So I'm just like, I don't know what they think this is, but anyways, yeah. But what you were saying, like you say, he above average defender.
Do you agree with that or no?
I disagree. I feel as though he's average.
Bro.
Like it's hard to stop some of these top players, but
Yeah, like you're
but
going off of
right.
Tatum.
But damn, every time I saw that in the Detroit matchup, Cade went at him every time. He seafood every time. Siakam, right at him. Come on, bro.
Okay, well, let's also put this in perspective. How tall is he?
Bridges.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure, but he got to be at least 6'7", 6'6". That's pretty
Okay,
tall.
so well, Tatum is clearly bigger than him, right?
Okay.
Hold on, hold on,
Go-
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Just let me make this point real quick. Tatum is clearly a bigger player than him. Siakam
Mhm.
is a bigger player than him. I would probably say 6'7" because he looked like him and Cade.
Yeah, he got to.
They look the
Yep.
same height, but that's also a skilled player. That's why I'm saying I get where you coming from though. But at the same time, let's not forget he had a lot of clutch defense moments against those players. Maybe
What's the
not
key
too much
word?
Siakam, but against Siakam is like 6'9", 6'10", same as
Yeah.
Tatum.
But what's
And
the key
Siakam
word you?
went off in that series regardless. So
Thanks. Yeah. What's the key word you used? It was with an M.
moments.
There you go. He had some key moments, and
No,
that's not
I'm saying he's
enough.
still a good
That's not enough.
defender.
I'm telling you, gang. That's not enough in the playoffs. That's just my opinion.
No, it's not. That's not enough for the
Yeah.
in the play.
Especially that's what I'm saying. Especially for how much they gave up for him, bro. They felt like he was the missing piece. You give up all of that capital, you feel like he's the missing piece to your puzzle. That's
But
how I feel.
but can we do this though? Can we say
Yeah,
that
let
he
me hear
had
you.
a very good series against the Celtics though?
That was it. Yeah. After that, it
All
was
right.
like we gave up 6 draft picks for that. That's
I think they was trying too hard with this Villanova thing. That's what I think.
maybe, yeah, maybe, yeah.
That's what I
You know
think.
what? Or I think it was you're right, a part of that Villanova thing, but I think Hart and Brunson campaigned for him.
No, they
I
did.
think they. You said what?
They did. Because remember, DiVincenzo was
Yeah.
the trade didn't happen yet.
Yep. Yep.
But in their defense, right? Me and you
Yep. I'm
had this
here.
conversation, so I want to put it on here because I think it was on the Spotify one when we had this conversation. If I'm
Mm-hmm.
preparing to win right now, I really don't care about them draft picks.
Oh yeah, for sure,
So
right.
so
But
so that's the only reason why I never bring up the picks thing with the trade because like we
okay,
trying to win now.
right. But I'm saying it depends on the player though. I'm not giving up that much capital for that type of player, and that's why I'm saying as though they felt as though it was worth it.
He did get them over the hump a little bit. They at least got to the
Him?
conference finals.
Was it him or was it OG? Was it him or was it OG, Cat, and Brunson for real? For real?
All of them. He definitely played the part.
I think it's a little biased with you because you're a Bridges fan. So
No, not even that. I'm just saying,
maybe
dude, he wasn't.
you gotta say a little bit because of that. A little bit.
I'm not gonna get because I'm not gonna act like he played the greatest basketball. Because in my opinion, if he
Mhm.
make a couple more threes, that series is different.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I
the
agree.
series is different if he make a couple
And
more.
then sometimes, like even other people were saying that, especially the fans, like they want him out of there, and they like
They want him
he had
going
the open.
already.
Yeah, he had
That's
a couple.
that's corny.
Yeah, and that's only one season too. So, but anyways, yeah, what I'm trying to say is he had a couple buckets, and he'll turn around and try to hit the fadeaway type joint.
He was making them. He was making them.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, you're right because that's
But
how it
real
is
quick
with
though,
people.
can we go back to the fans for a second? This is what I mean by them New
Yeah,
York fans.
sure.
They were ready to kick Towns out of the city. That was that game when the Knicks came back and he had that crazy fourth quarter. That's why you got to calm down, let somebody play sometimes.
I'm glad you
Remember,
brought up
all the tweets was already out, all the comments out. He need to go. We kicking him out. Next thing you know, he go crazy in the fourth quarter. They won the game.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought up Towns because they want him out too. They're like, yeah, Towns can go. Ooh. And then I saw on Twitter it was a post about how I don't know if this is true or not, but they were saying that they were hearing rumblings of the Knicks blaming him for his defensive woes on the court. Now he did miss a few assignments. He did. I don't like how he played drop coverage on Halliburton, and then he came out and then he contested late.
I'm glad you said that, right? Because I was just about to bring that up. So what are we
Mhm.
talking about when Brunson don't pay attention to tell that his man didn't come up and you still right there to go guard it? You're still in position to go guard it.
Mhm.
You still running with the other person.
Yep.
So
Yep.
now,
I saw that. I saw that. Yeah.
bro,
I guess he the
I
scapegoat.
don't know, huh?
I guess he the scapegoat. Towns.
He is. I think different, but my thing is, if I'm on the court when that happens, and usually me, I don't like this. You know who can guard who when they on the floor, right? So
True.
we already know
True.
that. If I'm seeing Halliburton blow past him every time, if I'm still in position, I'm gonna push Towns back and I'm gonna run back over to him. You don't want to guard nobody on the ball, Brunson, that is, that don't nobody talk about this. He
And
don't
he
never
moved too.
guard anybody that has the ball.
He can.
But I'm saying he don't even want to. Like he tries, if the screen
Mm-hmm.
comes, automatically he's running with the screen. He's not gonna go over it. Automatically.
Yep.
And
Yep.
that
Yeah.
might,
You're right. You're right. Yeah. Yep. I be seeing that. Yeah.
yeah, and that might be y'all little game plan. But that's what I'm saying.
Mm.
When does it click to you as a player is like, fuck that game plan, because it ain't
I'm
working.
a,
It's not
right,
working.
and you going to and at least show some effort. Like we know what you could do on the offensive side of the ball. We know that. But gang, at least show us that you know what I mean? You
Bro,
trying.
my bad to cut you off, but the game with Tatum.
Good.
When
Mm-hmm.
Tatum tore his Achilles that game, right? And remember
Yep.
he had like 40 something in the game?
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Do me a favor when we get off of here. Go look up those highlights. Watch how every time the screen came, Brunson moved and he was wide open the whole game. That's how he had all those threes. He ran from him
Yeah.
every time.
Mm-hmm.
What
Yep.
are you talking about? So if you want to bring up Towns, you bringing up Brunson too. He been
Yep.
getting ass handed to him on defense this
But
whole
this is but this is what I
Go ahead.
but this is what I learned though. People love offense. People love scoring.
Yeah.
They put that on a pedestal. I get it. It's exciting. You want to see people score. But at the same time, it's like y'all can't out the guys who help get y'all there with their defense. That's why people say defense wins championships because you can't like I try to say when I'm watching the game and I see the score is like out and it's like close. Let's say you down 5, right? And the other team is scoring. It's just like you can't be in a scoring match because you're down. You got at some point y'all got to get some stops,
You have
and
to.
that's what they got to work on. They're gonna need that. And Brunson, like I try to tell people, Brunson is a liability defensively. You can't have that. You got to try to work around that because
No,
obviously it hurt y'all.
the praise that everybody was giving to Kemba Walker. Now, granted, Brunson is a better
Mm-hmm.
scorer, I think, like better
I
all
think so.
scorer
Yeah.
than Walker. But the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I'm bringing up Kemba Walker is when we played the Celtics, the Heat, that's my team, my team, the Heat. And
You talking to me or the viewers, bro?
no, you. So the no, because when I said we, you probably thought I was, you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Just
No, I knew you was talking about the Heat.
all right, well then yeah, for y'all. But anyway, so
Yeah.
when the game in the when the series came in the bubble
Mhm.
and they had Kemba Walker, everybody thought the Celtics were gonna go crazy. Kemba Walker on the team, and I told everybody, I said, the thing is, we're going to kill him because he can't guard nobody.
Yep.
He when he was on the Bobcats, everybody like, oh, how they not winning? Kemba Walker be having 40 points, 50 points. Yes, but guess what? His
He's
matchup might
giving
have
up.
the same amount of points. That's why
Exactly. You're
he
real
ain't
right.
can't
Yeah.
guard nobody. So you're saying, oh,
Mm-hmm.
put him on a good team. Okay, now you're playing against the good teams that's going to pick him apart.
Thanks. Thanks.
And Brunson, I feel like that's what they was doing to you. They went over, they
Mm-hmm.
deliberately, when you come over, do you think Halliburton is really running from you guarding him? No, he gonna put you in a pick and roll because what do? He go over a little bit, he automatically
Mm-hmm.
and set up. And look, listen to what I just said. He set up, which means he got enough time to get his feet in correct, rolling damn ball, he probably can shoot a couple craps and dice in the time that he got. And then he taking wide open threes. Why? Because you running, he's in the paint. You ain't about to get no rebound. Go back out there and guard the three.
Real rap.
Yeah,
Yep.
what you going there?
Or at times he can blow by and hit the open man if the help defender comes over.
That's the
So
thing.
that's exactly what happened in this series, bro.
And now what y'all gonna say? Oh, that's why Mitchell Rob got in.
Because when
Yeah.
he got on switches, he get blown by at times.
Yeah, he got a couple blocks, but guess what?
Yeah.
Remember the blocks that he was getting?
Yeah.
The trajectory of the ball looked the same when he shot his free throws. That's why he didn't stay in that long. Backboard, rim. That's why he didn't stay in.
Ooh. Damn. Knicks fans gonna be right at you. But
Tell the
but
truth.
hey, whose fault is that? That's
Yeah,
his
but
fault.
tell the truth.
Exactly. That's right.
But
And
tell
he
the
even
truth.
made a post though. I'm glad that you brought that up because he even made a post that he said he got to do better and this and the third, and how he wants to do better with free throws and
I feel like honestly, that's where he need to be at. Just work on the free throws because the way his
yeah.
game is,
Mm-hmm.
we can use you pick and roll at Eric because he's still young. He ain't that old, so his
Yeah.
athleticism is not about to start depleting. You know what I'm saying? He's
Right.
not.
If he stay healthy, because he did go through injuries though too.
Yeah, that's the only reason why he really don't like when you don't see him throughout the
Mhm.
season. That's why, because he be injured for the most part.
Yeah, he was out for a very long time.
I always say I feel like as of now, when healthy, who name I'm about to say is better than him, but but I feel like with a little work, he could be on like a Robert Williams type of level.
Mm. No, that's not bad. That's a good comparison.
Because as far as defense wise, he's just as good on defense as him. But like I said, Williams, he can see have a little person down there. Boom. Go up
Mhm.
on him. Or he can make a couple free
Yeah,
throws for you. You don't have to take him out worrying about people doing a hacker thing on him. You know what I'm saying? So
true. Yep. Mhm.
yeah, if he work on the free throws, you don't even gotta be the best on the block, bro. Just get two moves that at least just work on somebody that's 5 inches or more shorter than you.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
Yep. Thanks. I'm glad you brought. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up what you call him, Robert Williams, because man, if he can get over that injury bug, he's very much needed to a team. It's just messed up, gang. I hate when players have this promise and then they get hurt. It gets derailed by the injuries.
And the bad thing with him is because he's a bigger player.
Mhm.
So when they legs
Yeah,
have
man.
those injuries, bro, they start becoming.
Never good. Yep, it's never good.
But hey, y'all at least got a championship with stomach flu Porzingis.
Yo, you be drawing,
Because I
man.
can't
I
believe
swear.
that really like yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. But some Knicks fans said, even if he was healthy, they would have still beat them. I
Maybe
disagreed. I disagreed too, though. I disagreed.
maybe they would have, but then again, I'm
Hmm.
going to say this forever. I don't care what Knicks fan get mad. The Celtics lost that series more than the Knicks won that series, and it showed in this Pacers one. It showed.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
called it
And
on here with me and you. What did I say?
yeah, we did. Yeah, you
Six,
did. Yeah.
six.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most they gonna get is 2 games. The most they was gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Period.
Yo, and another thing, right? What I was about. Damn, I forgot what I was about to say. All right, skip that. I forgot. Oh yeah, Drew Holiday. Drew Holiday didn't have his best series too. Yeah.
I don't know what be wrong with.
Especially defensively, like yo, gang. Brunson. You had times where Brunson went at him a few good times. I'm like, this
I
not the
don't know what
same.
happened because it's like this was the same thing we seen at
I'm
the
like,
championship with the Bucks.
oh yeah, hold up. You said that. Yeah, you said that
Yeah,
before. You said you mentioned Drew Holiday before and his Wolves because you
he come
said
back the next year like
yeah,
I don't know.
yep, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Yep.
Because I feel like last year with his first year with the
Mhm.
Celtics, I feel like why he was playing so hard is because he felt disrespected. In my opinion, I feel like he felt disrespected by the Bucks. You trade me after I had one bad series for somebody that never even been to a finals. And I won a finals with y'all. No disrespect to Dame Lillard, but if I'm
No,
doing
that's
that, I'm going to Phil.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree.
You
That's
got rid of
true.
me the first chance you got for somebody that hasn't even won yet.
Yep.
It hasn't even been close to it. Because, I mean, you can't say close to the Western Conference, but, bro, you got swept by a Warriors team that didn't have Clay and KD. They
Yep.
was injured throughout that series, and y'all lost 4-0.
Crazy.
I know KD wasn't there. I might be wrong. I don't know if it was Curry or Clay. One of them two wasn't there either. But how? How do you lose 4 games straight to a team that don't have neither one of them?
Crazy.
Y'all know what I mean by that. Don't be. Oh, it's been a lot of teams. You know what I mean? I mean the Warriors team didn't have them. Don't be like, oh, other teams. Like, don't be weird with it. Y'all know what I mean?
Yeah. But
But
yeah.
now,
Hold up. I want to stay on this Knicks topic though. But it's so funny though how they was. I seen a lot of
what
people,
they say?
even talking heads and fans, they was already booking themselves in the finals before it
Yeah,
even happened.
yeah,
Oh, and another thing though, shout out their mayor. He gave each of the players. I'm not sure if it was all of the players, but I think it was a good amount of the players. A street named after them before they even got to the finals game. That's exactly why y'all lost. Cause y'all sitting up here booking yourselves in the finals and
hold,
celebrating before the check even clear. You can't
hold
do
on.
that, gang. You can't count the
Hold,
money before the money comes.
hold on. Hold the fuck up. That better be a.
Nope. Go look it up. I swear. It's not a joke.
Hold on.
Bro.
Let me lean
Yep.
up. The Big Apple. They call it
Yep.
the Mecca of sports. This is a historic city in the United States.
Mm-hmm.
You renamed streets over an Eastern Conference appearance.
Yeah.
You went and y'all
They
beat the
crazy.
Celtics, and he went through New York changing the geographic. What? So now we got a street named Towns just to lose to the Pacers,
Yeah.
bro. What?
Bro. Crazy, bro. Crazy.
So now we got Brunson Boulevard with no championship on it.
Crazy. And that's what I'm thinking. Like I'm like, yo, so was the Celtics y'all peak? Like was that the game that y'all had bookmarked? Like was that the
Yep.
series that
That tells a lot about their
you know
franchise.
what I mean?
And that
Was
tells
that
a
y'all
lot about their
championship?
franchise.
That's what I feel. Going up against this Indiana team, I felt like maybe they were so focused on the Celtics that they couldn't see past anyone else. And they you know what I mean? I
Yo,
don't
I'm
know.
telling you
Let me
now.
know if I'm tripping, y'all.
I'm telling you now, I hope you wrong, because I'm about to make me a TikTok on that. If they change street names over getting to the Eastern Conference Finals. Bro, that's the reason
Yo, go
why
look it up.
y'all lose now. That's
Yeah,
why
go
y'all
look it up.
lose
I'm
now.
telling you. Throwing trash cans at the Pacers fans and all of that.
I
Crazy
seen
work,
that, John.
bro.
That was like,
Yeah,
that's doing,
idiotic.
to me, that's always doing too much. Because it's like, dude, I'm gonna like my team no matter what. Because half of y'all that was doing all that throwing trash and all that, y'all don't even come to the games when they losing. So what does it
Right,
matter?
right.
Like, oh my bad,
Yeah.
you on the Knicks payroll since when? Since when y'all was on the Knicks payroll? Since when they gave you? Did they hand you that jersey, or did you buy your jersey that you got on right? Or did you just get
Yeah.
concession stand? What's up? Bro, did we sitting in
Crazy.
the
Well,
same row? They don't care about you that
mhm.
much. You don't need to throw nothing on him. Like y'all sitting alone.
Seriously.
Relax.
Seriously. And they know who to do it to too, though, because like
Yeah, they
anybody
do, because
else
he was
gets
by
picked
himself
up.
anyway.
Yeah, exactly. They know that.
Shout out to
Crazy.
bro though, because that's hilarious too. When I seen that picture, I'm like, yeah, he walking through the New York Fires, India.
Right. I'm
that
kind
was
of happy they
hilarious.
lost though. They the worst fans ever though. They the worst fans ever. I'm slick happy they lost. And Brunson, I said Brunson and Halliburton, he having a victory lap. You see him over on X, bro. He trolling them, and he did. Hold on, where is he? Damn, I wrote it down.
Speaking of Halliburton, did you see his face?
No, no, no. What did he do?
Bro,
Uh,
he thought that MVP was
no,
his.
he made a post. He made a post though. Yeah, it was Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller replied to before the game. They showed Halliburton's dress coat. Not dress
Oh
coat.
yeah, everybody was
His
all
dress suit.
something.
Yeah, and he was saying, oh, he had a bag, and he said, oh, Ben Stiller was like, oh, he packed his bags, for New York because Game 7 would have been in New York, right?
Wasn't happening.
So Holly said, nah, just to cook y'all or something like that.
Oh,
I'm
Ben
like,
Stiller hopping on the tweet.
yeah, yeah, he a Knicks fan. Apparently, I didn't even know. I never saw him at the games. You know how they show celebrities. I watch Knicks games, and I haven't seen them show him as a celebrity. You know what I mean? In the games until now, but
That's what I'm saying because I don't.
yeah.
I feel like I saw him at Knicks games before, just
I
not
don't.
as much as
The
he's
main
being.
ones who I be seeing is the dude Gary V. He this social media personality bull. He be giving out these quotes. I'm pretty sure you heard of him.
Mm.
Yeah, him. I be seeing him at the games. Spike Lee. Everybody be Spike
Wayne,
Lee.
yeah.
I don't even have to mention him.
I thought you didn't even have to say that now.
Tracy Morgan. Tracy Morgan. I don't think you got to mention him because everybody knows he's always at the games.
I always see Tracy. That's what I'm saying. Like, because Ben Stiller,
Like
I
Fat Joe and them. I think I only see them when it's the playoffs.
yeah, I seen him at some, but not like. I
Like
mean, we're
regular.
not gonna compare nobody to Spike. I feel like right.
Like yeah, ever. Yeah, you
We ain't
can't
gonna
do that.
compare nobody to him because I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
like you've been at as many games as him, but nobody's been in that seat as much as him. That's just
Yeah, he damn near got lifetime tickets.
at this point he should. If he don't,
Good, yeah.
it's
Right.
disrespectful.
Respectful. Word up, yeah. He
I feel
got
like
it.
they should have been put his signature on the seat.
Yeah, just put his name on a seat, like engrave his name on a seat type. Yeah,
Yeah, like you.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why whenever the Knicks win,
Word.
they showing him. I'm like, you can never call him a bandwagon fan unless you were young. Unless
Yeah,
you're young.
yeah.
That's
But some people be calling him bad luck.
I mean, but what you want him to do? He like
Right, like
always been there.
yeah, he's supporting the team. Oh, and another thing they did, they went out and made Game 7 hats.
Let's talk about them
Silly,
for a second too, because I want to say
silly.
I seen a New York fan was like, this was when the
Mm,
Eagles had one or whatever. And y'all know I'm a Giants fan or whatever, but my man
yeah.
Saquon over there, whatever cases. But that's not neither here nor there. So they was like just talking about Philly fans. Y'all know I'm from Philly, so regardless when you say something about Philly, I want to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Oh, look at them all down Broad Street. This is what Philly fans do. They get so happy when they win." When the Knicks got to the conference finals, y'all had Spider Man on the street.
Mm-hmm. He was acting a fool, bro.
Y'all was
Especially
climbing
after that.
up poles too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Especially
my
after that
bad, my
Boston
bad.
series.
It's just because y'all not used to winning shit. So y'all feel like y'all get away with doing it. Oh, my
Uh-huh.
bad. My bad. I forgot.
Yeah, bro. I think it was what 25 years since they've
Yeah,
been to the
25
Eastern
years.
Conference Finals,
Yeah,
and then I think the 70s since they actually won a title.
73.
My God. Damn.
Phil
And people
Jackson
want to
was a
come at
player on that team. That tells you everything.
yeah, and people want to come at the Cowboys, but that's no longer here. I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, Phil
You
Jackson
get
was
hate
a
for
player.
not.
No gray
What's
hair.
up,
He had the
guys? I
little
see you back in
mustache.
the building. What'd you say?
Yeah, I said his hair wasn't gray either. Phil Jackson was playing. He had a little mustache, bro. Yeah,
Yeah, yep.
he was still intact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh
The last
man.
time y'all won was when Walt Frazier first started wearing all the crazy suits. That's wild. That's wild.
Yeah. Knicks catching it. Knicks
Yeah, y'all
catching it bad.
had to
They
know
shouldn't
that.
have. They shouldn't have been celebrating before they got to the finals.
Bro,
Can't do that.
I told you. This is why I said I
Mm-hmm.
had the Pacers winning. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you really look at that Boston series, they were down by double digits every game except for the last one, right?
Yep. Yep.
And one, y'all had 2 wins, right? Knicks, I'm talking about. Y'all had 2 wins in the series.
Mm-hmm.
One of your wins, y'all had to come back down by 20. Y'all
Mm-hmm.
thought y'all was gonna do that for 4 games straight again? Did you really think you're gonna do that 4 times throughout the series and y'all gonna get a championship doing that in the finals too? No,
Exactly.
this ain't championship
Yep.
year for y'all, gang. I'm sorry.
Yep. Gotta regroup. And yeah, like we said before, sometimes threes can put you in the game just as much as they can get you out of a game. And that's what happened with Boston, bro. They got too trigger happy. Two 3-point happy, man.
It's,
Can't do that.
it's ridiculous. And the thing
Yeah.
with the Knicks is consistency is their problem. They ain't consistent.
Mm-hmm.
They're not
Heard
consistent.
up.
Like you even if let's say if y'all did get out of this Pacers series, y'all
Mm-hmm.
was gonna get like, dude, you were gonna get rotated by the next team.
Mm-hmm.
You were going to get rotated by the next team because Mitchell Robinson, I feel like now he's not going to be in the paint for that series. Because let's say if it was the Timberwolves or the Thunder, they have big men that can stretch the floor now. So he's not going to be in the paint, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got two, you got one big guard in Shea that Russell won't have to guard, right? Unless he run from it. But then
Mm-hmm.
who y'all going to hide him with? What you gonna try and go guard Williams? That's the dumbest thing I'm gonna see.
Exactly. Yep. Yep.
You know what I mean?
And
Even if you want to,
Jalen Williams is much taller and bigger than Shea too.
that's
J
what I'm saying.
Dub like
You got at
6'8".
least what, like 2 inches, probably taller than
Yep.
him.
Gotta be like 6'8".
Yeah, he keeps saying 6'6". He not 6'6", bro.
There's no way, bro. He's when you look him and Shea side to side, he's
Yeah,
far.
because 6'6" one time when they was in like an interview, he ain't six. But no, man, fair. I think it was a joke because people were saying like if he go to 6'8", like then they gonna be trying to play him more at like power forward or something like that. So I think he's making like the
Oh yeah,
interview.
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's like I didn't see them winning that because the next 2 teams, I feel like they bench runs deeper than the Knicks do. And I already, from the start, right now it's still looking in fruition for me. That I still think the Thunder is winning it. The listen, the Pacers might can pull something out. They might could go crazy. I still don't see it. I
Who
don't.
the pay?
Uh,
What you say again?
I still haven't seen anything from the Pacers that make me think they can beat the Thunder though.
Yeah, we hold on. We're gonna get into that, right? So before we do, I wanna tackle this right here, right? What you think? Um, damn, where'd it go? I just had my tab up. Bam. So given all of the stuff we talked about, we covered with the Pacers and Knicks series, right? So it's this thing, this agenda slash narrative, or however you want to label it, that's been going around. Is Halliburton a superstar? And I'm like, for me, I'm gonna just get this out the way. I think he's had superstar performances, but I would just label him a star. I don't think he's at the superstar yet.
Yeah.
What
No,
you think?
why we having this conversation anyway? He was just the most underrated player in the league a month ago.
That's what I'm saying. And now people are pushing the agenda that like, no, he has the characteristics, he has the definition of the superstar. And I'm like,
Not yet.
and then superstar is not this dumb take that Rachel Nichols said that your grandma has to know who you are to be labeled. No, that's face of the league. My bad, my bad. Okay, I'm tripping. I was gonna go in there too quick.
That's one of the dumbest things. You're talking about somebody grandmom has to know who they.
Right, like what? What are we doing here?
I get what she's saying, but it's like
Like known globally and things like that. Yeah.
right, like you know what I mean. But it's like
Mm-hmm.
one, how old is your grandmom? And the reason why I'm saying that is, do
Mm-hmm.
you have one of these younger grandmoms that's on the internet? Because if
Exactly.
you do, Because let's be honest, bro. Grandmoms is not how, like, when me and you grew up, bro. It's some grandmas out here 50, 40 years old, right?
Yep. Yep.
So,
Mm-hmm.
so if they're on the internet, right?
Some even no, I'm lying. I
What?
was about to talk ish. I was about to say some even late 30s.
Possibly. Because you gotta think,
Grown.
bro. Let's say if she's 38 and she had her kid
Mm-hmm.
at 19, that would mean her kid is 19 that could have had a kid right now. So you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We ain't pushing that baby mama agenda over here either. So don't nobody get stupid in the comments with dumb.
Yeah, no.
But anyway, it's like if you on the internet and let's say you come across a Jason Tatum highlight, y'all listen to LMA, that's his girl, right?
Mm-hmm. You
Your mind,
funny.
you might think he's face of the league, but don't nobody bring up Jason Tatum as face of the league. In my opinion, I feel like that'd be crazy that they don't. Because I get it, I'm a Heat fan, so I talk crazy about him and I say what I say about him. I make my jokes about him.
Mm-hmm.
But it's no denying he's one of the top players in the NBA. And he never gets brung up in that.
Right, but does that make him the face of the league?
No, I'm just going off the fact of knowing somebody doesn't mean they're the face of the league just because you know who they is.
Oh, right, okay, right,
Yeah.
right, yeah, he's definitely
Yeah, so like saying, so if your grandmom see me watching the game and say, "Hey, that's Tatum," that means he's the face of the league because she know him. What are you talking about?
yeah.
What are you talking?
I was lost, bro. I was lost, bro.
Like, let's keep it real. A lot of people say Jordan is the GOAT, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's more known today in the sneaker game than he is for what he did in basketball. They have to Google what
Mm-hmm.
he did.
True.
Does that take away
Yeah.
the status of what he done because somebody don't know who he is? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I say now we're talking generations. So now, if your grandma got to know who the person is, right?
Yep.
Little Timmy playing 2K has to know who the person is too, then. Because that's the youth, correct? That would be the quote unquote president of who's playing right now. So
Mm-hmm.
what are we talking about? That means nothing. That means no. I get what she was trying to go with it, but I feel like it's too many variables that
They're going to
we're
to
talking
try
about
to.
popularity. Like we get it, the face of the league popularity does come in with that. And then I seen Perkins says something weird too
Yeah, I know what you're about to get to.
about being married and kids and stuff like. Perkins, you was averaging 3 points and 1 rebound. You were never face of the league, so you don't even have to worry about that conversation. You always like every time he says something, it's like you try to go personal, and then the next day you try to make it
Yeah.
just stats. Like
Yeah, yeah,
that has nothing to do with anything, bro. What do your family status have to do with you being the face of the league? What are you talking about?
yeah. I
Oh,
disagree
somebody
with that.
said something dumb. Somebody said something dumb. Because they were like, well, I kind of get what he's saying because you can market them.
Yeah,
It's a lot
Shannon
of
Sharp
people
agreed
out
with
here,
that too. Yeah.
bro. It's a lot
I'm
of
like,
players that's family oriented, very family oriented. They ain't got no signature sneaker. So why do you need that to be the face of the league then? What are y'all talk? This yo, nowadays the media, y'all get so soft and so beta male that
mm-hmm.
y'all say the weirdest things that has nothing to do with anything. That's nothing.
That's a wild take. Yeah, and I guess they saying it because of LeBron, Giannis, Steph, trying to say all of them people, in marriages and whatever. But I'm like,
But what about when they was
but
calling
no,
Magic Johnson the face of the league?
I feel like they just so happen to be married. That's all. That's
Hear me
just
out.
that's
At
the
some
thing.
point, Magic Johnson was the face of the league, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was the face of the league at some point, wasn't he? You
Yeah,
agree?
yeah, I agree.
Was Perkins saying that when they was talking about how Magic Johnson was constantly partying all night and being at freak offs?
Whoa, I never heard of that. That's why.
They said he was a party boy. He used to be in the nightlife. That's not a family man. You're not going home to your wife every day.
No, not at
But
all.
why is he facing the league then? Shut up. That's why I said because y'all soft as shit now. I didn't even want to curse when I did this, but now I got to. No, we're not doing that. Talk about some family man. Perkins, this what you averaged. I don't care about what you talking about, face of the league. Go sit by Stephen A again.
Yeah.
What?
And I feel like that was just trying to throw a shot at Ant, but it's
That's what it
unnecessary.
is. That's what it is.
Yeah,
And
and
the thing
it's
is,
unnecessary.
if he would have went to the finals, you wouldn't have been saying that.
I agree. Yup, everybody would have been jumping on the bandwagon. Oh, and this and the third. Come on, bro.
Talking
Stop
about
it.
family man, bro. Respectfully, listen. I don't know about the not being in the kid's life. That's like, I mean, that's his decision,
Yeah,
whatever
not
the
a good
case
image.
is.
Yep.
But when y'all looking at when he pays her out for the child support, gang, because let's keep it a bean. It ain't like he tried to push her away. First of all, he gave her bread to get rid of the kid, and she chose to keep it because she wanted a bigger payout. So let's stop playing. Let's stop playing these
Yep.
games. He already knew what she wanted. So okay, here, take the bag. Because that's all you wanted. You didn't even want the kid. It was just your meal ticket.
Yep, that's for
Come
sure.
on.
We
So
all
let's
know who she got a baby, and we all know who else she has a baby with. So
come
we
on.
know what's going on.
Come on. We not doing that. Y'all worrying about how many
Yep.
kids he got. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all worry about too many people' personal lives too much.
Yeah,
That's
they
the
worry
problem.
about the wrong things. Yeah, yeah.
We're
Mm-hmm.
talking. I worry about his basketball status on there. I don't.
Exactly.
Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Y'all ain't saying nothing about Zion. Zion got another little situation coming up, but don't nobody talk about that. You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do, and we ain't gonna talk about that. But I feel like that chick is just trying to ruin him.
That's
Uh,
fake. I don't
but
believe.
hopefully
Um,
not. Hopefully not. Hopefully he isn't.
bro.
Hopefully I'm right. Hopefully I'm right, and because we never want to act like we dismissing the women and their truths.
Yeah,
I don't
but
want to. I don't. That's why I don't want to say too much because it just come off like a money grab. That's all. That's all
depend
I'm
on if because who is supposed to be
saying. Hmm.
right? Who the girl's supposed to be? He ain't do
Yep.
that game
Yeah.
because of
I
who is.
agree.
I don't know if you know who it's supposed to be, but
Oh, I do. I do. Come on, bro. Yeah, I know. Yep.
do we remember when she
Yeah.
ran out
Right.
months ago, bro?
Yep.
And do we
Hmm.
remember when you said he going to keep sending you your allowance? So how you go from
Yeah.
doing that to being
Hmm.
kidnapped?
Exactly. Come on,
So what?
gang.
So
Like, what
so
we
look, look,
doing?
look. What did he do? He kidnapped you and paid your fucking ransom to you when he let you out the room. What are you
Right.
talking? Let's just go back
Right.
to the finals. I'm not.
Yeah. And hold on. I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna end it here on that note. I just feel like now, I feel like Zion needs a change of scenery. And what I saw reports is, I don't know if it's true, but the Pelicans definitely are selling these guys. They saying nobody is untouchable. So
But bro, can you say Shai Ju was right? Because you told me to stop bringing that stuff up because he hasn't been in nothing lately. Look what happened. I told you eventually he would get in something. Keep doing that. That's why he needed to slow down and
Mhm.
focus on basketball. You were
Yeah,
focusing on the wrong things,
yeah,
and now you got somebody trying to diminish your name now.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
tragic, bro. That's corny.
yeah,
That's corny though, because like, listen. Of course, everything gets taken back if it comes out that it happened, but the story does
yeah,
not make sense to me. That doesn't make
exactly. And that's
sense
all. Yeah,
because
that's all we
if
saying. Yeah,
if it happened, why did you go back to him then?
yeah, I don't get it.
Over years, because this supposedly happened years. Over years, you kept going back. It's the same
Right,
with
and it's
Sharp, right?
yeah, and
The
this
girl
situation is
kept
just
going
coming
back.
about. Like, that's wild. Yeah,
Why you keep going back then, bro? That's like you getting kidnapped, right? And you get out the crib and you sneak back in the damn crib you was just held captive. Why? Why would you? Come on, bro. We not doing that. Y'all gonna have
yeah,
to show something before I. As of now, I'm saying he ain't do it. It is what it is.
yeah,
Y'all can feel however y'all want to feel. As of now, I'm saying he ain't do that, bro. I don't
yeah.
see.
We're right. Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah,
But as far as this finals, I'm calling it. I'm calling Thunder 6. I think the
yeah.
Panthers
Oh,
too.
damn. Hold on. We gonna get back to that a little bit, but I forgot to mention this. I think it was Gilbert Arenas. speaking of the face of the league thing, I'm gonna end it here. But he said SGA can't be the face of the league as long as he stays in OKC because that's sort of a small market. And I disagree because now I feel as though, of course, you can add some of the foul merchant thing in there, whereas though he's getting more notoriety. But people also recognizing his play too,
Why?
and he's getting recognized for his I'm gonna say drip. I don't know if we call it drip anymore. His swag. I don't know if people are familiar with that. We call it swag from where we from.
Right,
But
but
yeah,
can I just say just two things, and I'm just gonna
hmm
sit here and I'm just gonna look at you after I say it.
yeah,
You ready? So again, you said he can't be the face because he in OKC.
yeah.
Kevin Durant.
Yo. Mm.
You didn't say that when it was him. Everybody called him. They literally called him the
Yeah, I
next
remember that. Yeah.
of the league while he was
Yeah,
there.
and they was calling him the next. I forgot who they was calling him, but they were saying he was like a unicorn because we haven't seen that before. Somebody that damn tall with the skill
Cause
set
let's
he
keep
is.
it a bean. Everybody called him that
Mm.
until he went to Golden State. Stop it. Y'all said when LeBron left, it was his league. Was
Yeah,
that not what was happening?
yeah. Word up. Yep, I remember.
Okay, so I'm not even going to answer nothing else that they said because they just doing it for clicks. That don't even make sense. What are you talking about?
Yep, that's typical Gilbert Arenas, bro. Just like he said, they had zero chance of making it to the finals. Zero.
Y'all
Not one, not 2%.
don't,
Zero.
y'all don't pay attention enough to ball. That's all it is, bro. No,
That's what
you
I'm
know what?
saying.
Before we do that, I want to ask you something, right? I was going to
Mhm,
make a video on it. I'll just do it here. So I got the remind me. I'll even show you the comments
mhm.
on it. So the
Yep.
center from Florida is coming back to school or whatever, right? He dropped out the draft. He coming back to school.
Yeah, I know who you talking about. Kinda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Somebody
Mhm,
put under there, right? Remind me to see you the comment.
mhm,
He said,
mhm.
"Oh, two things, matter of fact. This, and I'll just knock out the camera brink thing on the pod too." Um,
Okay.
so somebody in the comments said, "Well, if you know he's coming back to school and that you already know you might only get another year with him, does that make it like hard for like people that like Florida to cheer for him?" Make that face, bro. This is so era we in. This is so era we in, bro. I put under the comment. I said, well,
My brain hurt.
right, and people was liking what I said under it, right? So I put under the comment. I said, well,
Mhm.
I mean, then you wouldn't root for whoever the freshman in that's getting projected as number one because you know he's only leaving after this year. Why would I not root for somebody that's coming back? Bro, when they go D1, your next level is you're preparing yourself for the league. I'm not preparing myself for calculus. What are you talking about? That's the whole
Yeah,
point of
that's
doing it. Is that not the whole point?
bro.
Bro, most of them stay in school only because like now the NBA projective is not there for them. So yes, I'm going to grab my degree from my back pocket, but if the league is there, I'll come back for the degree. Duh. Why
Mhm.
else would he go to Florida besides going to bro?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm lost,
I'm
bro. This
like, yo,
guy.
what is he talking about? What does that have to do with
Yeah,
any?
yeah. Maybe that was like a teenager or something that said that. That's crazy.
Bro, that was somebody that need more emotional support or something, bro. Because I don't know what the hell. Why would I?
Something.
Yo, let me ask you. I'm just asking you a question, bro. Can you name somebody that you like? You like Ace Bailey, right?
Yeah, he's one of my favorites.
All right, he one of your favorites. Cool. Let's say if he
Mm-hmm.
got injured this year, right? I don't want to put that
Mm.
on. I'm just talking about the college year.
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So for me.
I'm just saying the college year. I'm just saying the
Yeah.
college year. Get that negative energy out of here, y'all. Let's get it up. Wave it like this. Get out of here. I'm just talking this college season. Okay, and if he's still trying to go to the draft and they said he was going to be late first round and then he said he wanted to come back to school, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to root for him because you know he's going to leave after this season. What sense do that make?
Yeah, that's wild.
What
That's
sense
what I'm
does that?
saying.
That's the whole purpose of him. Like, what do that? What are you talking about, bro? Bro, when I
They
tell you
lost.
that joint pissed me off when I seen that, because I just froze for a
Yeah, I
second.
feel yeah.
Because I'm
I'm
like, am
like,
I reading this right? I said, what is he talking about?
yo, you had a whole like brain like
Yeah, I'm scrolling. I see it. I'm
blank.
like, wait, is it hard to? I'm like, wait. Is he saying like, is it hard to root for him now, or what the fuck? Where are you? Where? Why are you so lost that he's going back to school? I don't get it.
Yo.
I don't get it.
Oh man.
And then like people were saying in the comment also, and then they like, no, it make more sense for him to go back because he'll make more money than a second round pick would make anyway
Yeah.
with the NIL money. And mind you, just
But
won
I
a
heard,
national championship, so it went up.
yeah. And it's crazy how far his stock went because he was supposed to be a projected
Yeah, bro,
round
his
one.
hands is not that good. That's why I think dropped it. Like if you seen that tournament, his hands
Yeah.
is not that good.
Yep. He got some work to
Yeah,
do.
he
And
fumbles
that's
the
not
ball
wrong.
a
It's
lot.
not bad. Not bad. Who's to say he can't work on it and come back and he'd be a
And that's
top,
why
a
he's
higher
doing it.
pick than would have.
My
And
man,
especially the big men clans. I think the big men clans might be a little bit weaker because I feel as though some of the big men in this draft is a little bit better than him. So maybe that man.
I'm trying to think of who would be next year. I
Yeah, I
don't
don't even
know.
know. I ain't even gonna cap y'all. I don't even know too many
Yeah,
names.
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I don't know who's like. Well, we'll see. We'll see when the year
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
come around.
yep.
But yeah,
But
bro, it's like, yo, you
yeah,
sound weird, bro. Like, how you root for somebody all year and then they try to go to the league. They didn't like what the outcome was, so they're gonna come back for another year. You gonna say, oh, I don't like him no more because he tried to go to the league last year. What?
wow.
What? Oh, okay. You that hating ass boy that don't want him to go make his bread. That's who you is.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, Cameron Brink situation. How do you feel about this? Right. I
Yeah.
do agree with her. I do agree with her. So they was
Mm-hmm.
asking her about the WNBA expanded teams, and she was like, "We really don't need to be expanding teams. We need to just add more roster spots."
Mm.
Now, I agree with the roster spot, right? But then somebody had me thinking in the comments when he said this. He was like, "Well, they already got 12 spots, and they barely played a bench like that. So if you're adding on more people, that's now more money you have to give to people that's not even playing."
Yep, that's a fact.
Right? And when he said
Mm.
that, I'm like, that might be what plays a part in it because wouldn't it be cheaper to just get 3 more players per team besides a whole new organization? But again, that's why I said, yeah, it has to be that. Why would I have y'all add 3 more people and y'all only playing about 7 or 8 anyway?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. But my thing is with this, I feel as though they need the expansion team because, like you said, it's not like the NBA where a motherfucker could be at the end of the bench making however he making and
They
they'll
can
eat it. They good. They can lose that.
they'll be making M's.
Okay.
Tucker is still
Yeah,
making M's and he ain't play a game this playoff run. And he making M's right.
exactly. What speaking of that, which I felt as though it was times they made him they might could have used him, but that's just me. And then it's
I,
like, hold, wait, one more thing. And then it's like, what the hell did you pay him for? I think they re-signed him. It wasn't nothing crazy amount, but they extended him. Correct me if I'm wrong, y'all. But I think that's what happened. I think he did get paid because he was on what type of deal? Whereas though they had to extend him in order for him to stay on the roster. I think it was.
oh
Correct me if
wow.
I'm could be tripping.
But yeah, with that I think they could have helped him out. But
Mm,
real quick on the Cameron Brink thing,
yeah.
this not me. This somebody in the comments put this. I didn't say it. So they was like, what is she on there talking about the WNBA expansion teams and roster spots? She need to play her first game before she lose her spot.
Yo, people be drawing, man.
But I'm like, bro, she
Oh
tore her
man.
ACL. She couldn't play.
Right, like come on, gang, chill. That's people be drawing, bro.
Because bro, honestly, I deliberately went to the comments because I knew somebody gonna bring up the fact she haven't played yet. And I wanted to see what doing.
Yeah, they most likely was a casual.
Yeah, he was trolling. He was trolling that.
Yeah,
shout out to Cameron Brink though. I think the
shout out to Cameron Brink. She definitely is a phenomenal player. There's no denying her talent. Yeah. Yep.
So all right, let's wrap up here. Whoa, no. Who you got in the finals? And what games?
Is that a trick question?
Pacers fan.
Excuse me? Excuse me, what?
I'm trolling.
Yeah. You know it's OKC. And let me clear it up though, because people be saying, "Oh, how you got this many teams and woo the woo."
People said that to you?
Yeah, on X, yeah. Because sometimes I be trolling.
Address it.
I'm gonna address it. Let me clear the air. I was an Oklahoma City fan when they drafted Kevin Durant. I remember it like yesterday, bro, because there's no denying his talent. When we saw that, he was like, yo, like, but anyways, then they get Westbrook and the Harden thing. So I was a huge fan of him at that time. I remember I walked down to this like open bar, you know where they said down Gerard, like I don't know what the spot name is called, but they had like this the theater joint. And I went to go watch the finals down there, 2012. Remember it like yesterday. They lost to the Heat. But yeah.
They lost to who?
To the Heat. So I was still kind of a fan, but like then this other kid named Ben Simmons came along. I know y'all gonna troll.
It was different when he first came in.
Yeah, it was different when he first came in, bro. He was nice. And I actually went to go see a game of his before too. And like when you see these players on the court, bro, you be like, damn, these motherfuckers tall as hell. And like that's how it was. It was the Thunder versus the Rockets. I mean, how the hell did I bring up the Rockets, man? I meant to say I wish you could edit that out like a bloopers. But yeah, it was the Thunder versus the Sixers. And I saw Russell Westbrook, you know what I mean? And I saw them on the court. I was just like, yo. But anyways, long story short, so then I started paying attention to Philly because of Ben Simmons. And then of course I became sort of a Nets fan because of Ben Simmons. And so yeah, so that's why I'll be rooting for OKC and the Nets. But yeah. What else we was about to go into? You said who I got? I got the Thunder. And
what game?
Oh, you machine. I don't want to disrespect the Pacers and say 5. I didn't want to do that, so I said 6.
I think 6. I think it's going to be 6. I think the Pacers can get. Now they might shock.
Yeah, I think it should be a good series though. Yeah.
I said they might shock the world. Who knows? They might shock the world.
Mm-hmm.
The Pacers.
But this is why I feel like.
Go ahead.
Right. And this is not to discredit them or disrespect them, but I just from what I've seen and what I've seen throughout these playoffs and how they competing and how they look, I said, man, this Thunder team is really that good. And this showed how good they were throughout the regular season. It showed that there wasn't a fluke. And this is how it shows that they weren't a fraudulent number 1 seed, right? Because in the playoffs they stepped it up. The Denver took them to 7. Cool. But they had to get battle tested because Denver really was. I think that was their toughest match. I really think after that, now it's like I don't see nobody beating the Thunder because how they're so well connected defensively and how J-Dub has stepped up in this playoff series. Shout out to him. I really love that because everybody been doubting him. Is he a real second option or not? This, that, and the third. And he has shown in these playoffs that I am that. And he stepped up on both ends of the floor. Even when he had some bad games in the playoffs, his defense was there. You couldn't say that he went totally missing. So yeah, I'm happy for him.
Bad games. He was getting his normal looks. He just was missing. That's why,
but that's what I'm saying. But people call them bad games, though.
Yeah, that's why I kept saying. Eventually, I knew he wasn't going to be. He was not going to be just bad the whole run because he's getting all his looks. The ball just wasn't going in.
Yep, and to close it out, right? And this is why I see the Thunder might win in 5. But I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to disrespect them, so I'm gonna say 6. But it's gonna be tough for the Pacers when they get in that half court because there's no Slow down, bro. It's nobody who you can pick out on a matchup and be like, oh yeah, I want him. Oh yeah. Shea, not the best defender as his teammates, but he's no slouch. He's a willing defender, right? Then you got Lou Dort. You know who he is. Y'all know everybody's pretty familiar with him and his name, right? Caruso. He can guard the four, sometimes even a five. He did an awesome job as well as he could against Jokic, right? You got J Dub. He did good against Randall. Like Randall wasn't doing the same thing he did to the Warriors and the damn Lakers, you
Cause
know?
they didn't let him get the matchups. They didn't.
Yeah, they didn't let no, nope. It wasn't that easy. They was irritating
Yeah,
the hell
they
out of
didn't let
him.
him get the matchups.
So yeah, so it's like they match up so well. They got so many defenders they could throw at you, bro. Then Casey Wallace, he damn near what 6 feet, but he played like he you know what I mean? Like his defense is
Energy, energy.
energy. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
all
it's crazy. So it's no man. It's they so tough, bro. Damn near cheating.
well. Let's wrap it up here, right?
Yep.
It's June 1st. Is this 1v1
Hmm.
happening or not?
Uh, I don't know, bro. We might have to be determined type John.
Yeah,
Cause
that's what I.
bro, I haven't been able to get no work in. Like it's crazy. I've been too busy working.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. Damn. What else I wanted to get into real quick though before we end it. Um. Oh, the draft. I wanted to talk about the draft. The NBA draft coming up June 25th. The Nets got like 5 picks, so I'm interested to see how that go because we saw a lot of players go back to school. So I was surprised about that. Some players I wasn't surprised about, but some players I was like, damn, okay, because I
They
really thought they could have been steals.
knows, bro. They not like they,
Yeah.
the thing is, I feel
Hmm.
like
The NIL stuff,
um,
bro.
they worry too much about where they getting yo, what up, that's podcast.
Yo, what up, Ice? And that's crazy, bro, that you jumped in at this time because I'm ready to we about to end it, but I want to talk about this draft.
But no, I
But
was
yeah.
uh I think I think some of them worry too much about where they gonna get picked at,
Mhm.
and it just discouraged their whole thing now. Now I'm not mad at it because I'm glad you actually
Mhm.
had to do that. Cause remember, it was a time when you couldn't do that. Like you couldn't leave out back to school. They just implemented that a couple years ago. That wasn't always a thing. But
Yeah, in my opinion, I'm a bit harsh, but
I'm a
that's
no,
just.
but the reason why is because when a lot of them don't pan out, and that's when you
Mhm.
see the ex players struggling out here for money and stuff. So that's why they let them go back to school. So it
Mm.
basically from that standpoint. Because you gotta think, bro, you this 18-year-old kid, you try to go to the you drop out of college to go to the NBA, you last maybe 2 years, and now you're
Yeah,
not so
or you maybe put in the G League when you
but
know
that's
first
the thing.
come out.
What if you don't get put in the G League? What if overseas is calling, but it ain't really money, and then you some of them remember, it's not like a guarantee. Some of them don't want to go over there.
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, yo, and I'm pretty sure Ice, you saw that Xavier and Lee stuff,
Exactly.
bro. Like, bro got the bag, and I heard Cooper Flag already done made 28 million off of his endorsements and the NIL put together.
Yeah.
Crazy. I'm like, damn, like shit, 28 mil, and he ain't even go to the league yet.
Bro, but that's why it make you think a lot of these
Yeah.
older players, like I always tell people,
And you oh wait, one more thing real quick. And the number one pick gets a nice chunk of change. You
yeah,
know what I mean? It's over everybody else when they get drafted.
can you
So
imagine
he about to get that too.
players, bro, if they was getting NILs? Like I always think like when it comes to football, remember how big Reggie Bush, like as a player
Oh yeah, yeah. People talk
was?
about I saw the
Can you
topic.
imagine
Mhm.
that?
Crazy. He'd have been stupid pig.
Brody would have been looking like he already had a max
I
deal.
wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he touched some under the table bread though.
I think he did come. No, he
He
did.
might have.
That's why he took his Heisman.
Hmm?
Remember they took his Heisman before they took that Heisman.
Yeah,
They gave it back to him. Yeah, he took it.
yeah, I saw that.
All of them took under the table money, bro. All of them did.
Yeah, they had to
All
him,
of them
right?
did.
Yeah. Yep, they had to
All
him.
of them did. I think Shaq got like a car or something, right? But I think because I know who was it? LeBron. Somebody sent him a car, but I think he put his mom name or something. I think it was LeBron. Somebody gave him like a Hummer or something, but he put it under his mom name. So that's why like
Yeah,
it wasn't
yep, I heard about
back to him.
that.
Yeah, like all of them was getting stuff, bro. You tripping if you think
Sure.
they wasn't. How does 18-year-old
Yeah.
kid coming from the hood coming up in there with an up-to-date car?
Right, right. Yeah, that's true. Hmm.
But go ahead, bro. You can send us out.
Oh yeah, but what I'm saying is, yeah, I was gonna talk about the NIL stuff and how crazy it is, and I'm
Go
just
ahead.
like, man, I feel like some of the top prospects. I mean, not top prospects. I mean, older prospects. Some of them that's going back, like the likes of Yaxel Lindenberg. I'm not sure if you heard of him,
Mm.
but he went back. He's like about 23. So I'm like, I feel as though he should have stayed because it's like this is my whole thing. I feel like you chasing a dream. The money, if you chase the dream, the money gonna come. Like if you put the work in and you grind, and the money is gonna eventually come. Like shout out to Cedric Coward. The kid is only what 20, I believe. He'll be 21 by the time the league year or whatever. So it was. I think he missed a couple games like with an injury or whatever, but he decided to stay in the draft. He didn't have that. His stock only rose once he got into like the draft combine,
Oh,
and
all
so
right.
yeah, so I feel as though he might have got a promise. Maybe that's why he stayed in. I guess because he do got a good character, and he is pretty good, is what I'm hearing. I didn't see too much of him because, like I said, he was hurt. So it's kind of like that Kyrie thing. Although Kyrie was super crazy, he was heavy touted, but he wasn't though. But he still ended up, you know what I mean? He even still ended up getting, I believe, getting a promise. There's no way that you missed that many games and you getting a promise. You know what I mean? Without a promise, you staying in the draft.
Yeah, I feel like,
So he had to got a promise. There's no way he didn't. But anyways, yeah,
or he
you
just
know what I
might.
mean? I guess
He might just not want to be in school. So he like whatever happens, happens. Like that. That's how some of them are
yeah,
thinking.
yeah.
They really don't want to be there no
Mhm.
more. So it's like whatever happens,
But
happens.
but but see that's what I'm saying though. He chasing a dream. You know,
Yeah.
he put that work in. The bag is gonna come, bro. Like I said before, like I told I was speaking of Ice in the building. I was on his podcast. I was in his live. I mean,
Mhm.
and he was speaking. They were speaking about that, and I'm like, yo, Nas Reed went undrafted, and now he about to get that bag. Somebody's gonna give him the bag. If it's not the Timberwolves, it's some one of these teams, right? We just seen Fred VanVleet get a bag undrafted. So it's like anything is
I just
possible.
only want undrafted though because he was a senior. Because you remember them Wichita State teams he was on, they was
Yeah,
constantly in the NCAA tournament, bro.
true.
Cle Anthony Early and Ryan Baker, like yeah,
Yep.
damn, Cle Anthony Early. I wonder how he doing because I think he got in a car crash or something.
That's crazy. I gotta look that up.
Yeah, I think he got like
Yeah, because I ain't hear about it. Mm-hmm.
because Ryan Baker and Cle Anthony Early, they made it to the league. They was on the Knicks at some point. Yeah, they made it to the league.
Look that up. Yeah, I didn't know that. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it. And how some teams I heard I was watching this thing called NBA Big Board. They focus on the draft stuff. They cover the draft. They talk about the upcoming draft. They talk about the kids that's coming up 2027 and all of that. But long story short, I think it was a GM or something said that they don't like how some of these players come in and then they withdraw. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of get that because it's
It
just
messed
like
the
you
floor.
should have withdrawn. Yeah, it's like you should have withdrawn from the rip if you knew you wasn't gonna stay. Like, you know what I mean? If you knew you wasn't gonna stay in the draft, you should have. Because it's like I feel as though, like, if I'm a team and I've been keying in on you, I'm thinking that, hey, all right, maybe it's a chance he fall to me. I might pick him, but then last minute he like, oh no, I'm backing out. So now you gotta, you know what I mean, reroute it.
See,
You gotta
look,
go
this
back.
the thing
You
with that,
gotta go to
right?
somebody else now.
This the thing with that too, though. Don't
Mhm.
keep it a secret. Then y'all could reach out to the agent because if I just went all these days and I haven't been hearing
Mhm.
anything sounding promising to me,
Yeah, I get that though.
that's
Yeah,
miscommunication with the team too. Then
yeah,
you know what I
true.
mean?
He did. He
Like,
was. He was saying it was 50-50. And I'm speaking about the Yaxel Landenberg guy, and it's like he was saying it's 50-50 for him to go back to Michigan or whatever. But So and it was like I think he and his agent was waiting for basically clarity on
Some
like you
type of
know if
say so.
he promised.
Yes. Say something.
So yeah, I do get that in a sense, but yeah, and I do get that in a sense as whereas though it's like you know what I mean. Some teams want to know if you're gonna stay or not. But
Hey
yeah,
man, listen. You gotta think about this, right? What if they asking you, oh, stay, oh, stay, oh, stay? We heard this many a times, right?
mhm.
And now, let's say somebody else dropped in the draft that you didn't think was going to draft, and now you grabbed him, and now I'm asked out because you told me you was going to grab me at that pick.
Yeah, that do happen too.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
heard some
So
stories like that where players, I mean, teams tell a player like, "Yo, if
I'm
you're
getting
there,
you with this
there at
pick. The pick comes.
22, they come and you pick up this other guy. You like,
Like,
damn,
hold
the
on, bro.
player looking so
That phone
yeah,
call.
that
What,
ain't what you
what
told.
about the phone call? Oh,
Yeah,
we didn't know it was going to play out like that. Duh, you didn't know it was going to play out like that. Like, what? What are you talking about?
right.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
So I agree with that. If you didn't get no real clarity, no, no.
yeah, yeah. My boy Ice said, he said the question is when should you take a chance to go to the NBA age wise and not return for the NIL deal? But I don't know. That's a good question. But I'm like, your window isn't too. You know what I mean? Like your window is kind of short. I feel because like us, players. I mean, teams now is doing that whole upside thing in your age or whatever. The younger you are, it's like they like upside. So that's
I feel
difficult.
like
And then,
what
I guess it all depends on what team like has a need for a player like that. So but I
I feel
feel as though
like I'm in
your
this
window might be closing in though due to that. Like I don't know. That's just me.
the situation
Yeah,
means
situation. Yeah, see, yeah.
because granted, because you're saying to return, like to not return for the NIL, right? So if I'm, let's say I'm 19-year-old, right? Come back from my sophomore year. If you're
Hmm.
telling me I'm projected as a late second round, but if I come back for NIL, I'm in like 2 to 3 mil. I'll go back and get the NIL. If I'm about 24 going to 25, ain't no way in hell I'm going back for it because you got to look at it like this. The older you, 25 as a rookie, they make you sound like you ancient. So
Yeah, yeah,
the older you get, and you
yeah,
gotta remember how some of these execs think, right? Some of these execs, they don't think like, oh yeah, he wanted to develop himself. It's like, oh wait, why would you go back to school when you got a chance to go to the draft? Something might be wrong with you. They don't look at it as how we do, as oh maybe you want to go develop, maybe it's an opportunity. No, they look at it like, oh you ain't good enough, and you know you're not good enough. That's how they gonna look at it. So
yeah,
I feel like it's just your situation. It's with your
yeah.
situation.
Yeah, and my whole thing was like this upcoming draft 2026 that is supposed to have all of these crazy talents, but some people were saying right, but some people may pull what some of the guys did this year and go back to school. So I'm like, damn, that is a good point. Some people still might drop out, but I'm like, that's only after the 10. I feel like top 10, you locked in. You're not top 10. That's where the money at. The money's gonna be there. So I feel like the top 10 is gonna stay. And so I guess we just gonna have to see how it plays out.
Bro, every year somebody withdraw their name. It's going
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
y'all, man. Listen, it's easy. It's easy for a lot of people to make it like that's a big deal because it ain't your situation. Why would I stay in here if you're telling me I'm a late second round pick?
yeah.
That's a high possibility of me going undrafted.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, true.
Like that's a very high possibility that I might not even get drafted. So why not go back and try and boost my stock up if I got the year to do it?
You're right. You're right. And
You feel
that's
me?
where, yeah, you're right. And that's just what it was with me. I guess that's I'm being like selfish and stubborn in a way, like a
Yeah,
different
you
point of
are.
view. Yeah, yeah. I can admit that. I'm cool with that. And I'm like, yo, I feel as though chase the dream if that was your main goal. But y'all do make some very good points. So I can live with that. That's
Because you
true.
gotta think about it, bro. My if you talking basketball, my dream would be what? NBA, that's what their dream is. My dream is not to get shipped overseas.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Mhm.
and I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying that's always the backup plan. Let's keep it,
For sure.
let's keep it real. I'm not trying to disrespect the basketball that's played over there, but I'm saying that for the U.S. players
Mhm.
over here and even Canada, because they really not that far from us.
Yeah.
That's why they come over here to play because they're
Yeah.
still a different country, correct? They come over here to play. But anyway, that's what your goal is, to go there. If you go to a Euro
Mhm.
League or whatever other leagues they have, those are like if I don't make it here.
Mhm.
That's what that is. Even like before the G League, some of them will go over there before a G League sometimes, depending on what the situation is.
Yeah. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And I don't know, maybe they just want to go straight to the league. And if they don't, and I got a chance of doing that to get there,
Mhm.
like people forget Buddy Hill played all 4 years, didn't he? Before he went in the draft. And he was on
Yeah. I don't
nobody's
know.
radar the year before. Then he go
Wow.
crazy and now you a lottery pick.
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I get it. I get it now.
Obi Toppin went to Dayton. He went to Dayton and he was
Right.
a lottery pick.
Right.
And I think he was maybe like a junior or something. I could be wrong. I know he wasn't a freshman for sure when he left out.
Yeah. I
But
wasn't really
yeah,
paying
it can
attention
help
to the
you.
draft then. So yeah. Right.
That's all I'm saying.
I,
I wouldn't
yeah. I
leave
get it
if it
now.
don't make sense.
Mhm. Yeah. One more thing on the draft. The Nets keep they need to nail the draft. Like seriously. And like people used to rave about Cam Thomas and Claxton, but why is everybody saying that the Nets don't have a cornerstone? You will be mentioning Cam Thomas and Claxton, right? But they not. So yeah, y'all need to nail the draft, bro. You need a point guard and they need a center. Those are the two key needs, in my opinion. They need a point guard and a center. Because when you got a scorer like Cam Thomas or what have you, right? You need to be able to put him in position. And Claxton, he's a rim running big, right? You need to put him into position where you can get downhill off of screens, or you can put him in the pick and roll, and y'all can do the live jump. So that's where y'all need to go. This is the direction, and it's crazy though as a Nets fan because I could just tell how the Nets move and what I've seen in the past. I'd be shocked if they get a new big. I'll be shocked if they draft a big. Like I'm seriously like I'll be shocked if they draft the center. They gotta draft the point guard. There's no freaking way you don't draft the point guard. You gotta just that's malpractice. The GM needs to be fired if that doesn't happen. But a center, I think they're gonna stick with Clamp and Davon Sharp. It's just it's you cracking up. But for real, bro, it's just
And
like
I want your job if you don't do
yes, yeah, because it just doesn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense at all. But I could see a world where they don't draft the center. And weirdly enough, I think that as some teams need a vet, right? So I think that they're going to keep Cam Johnson, and I think that I got a chance that they might re-sign D'Lo.
it. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for at the end of this month. June 25th. I'm looking to see what they do. But if they don't make those key moves, you won't see me representing the Nets. I'm gonna just stay
Oh.
with the Thunder. Yeah, that's right. I'm keeping it a buck, y'all. So that's where this where you heard. This is where you heard it.
You gotta clip that. You gotta clip
Though they need some talent. They lack talent. I like what Jordy is doing though. He's shown that he's a solid coach, but that was just one season. But he do got the characteristic and the things that you need, the intangibles as a head coach. So we'll see.
Let's check it out.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much all, yo. Hopefully y'all tuned in. Appreciate the people who did come in and join the live. Appreciate y'all for
Appreciate it.
sure every time. Yep. But so like tell a friend, tell a friend. Right, right. I'm telling you, bro. That's all we can do, bro. Send them prayers up, man. Cause for real, I'm scared, bro. I definitely don't see them drafting the big man. They might draft a point guard or two, but I know they gonna draft some damn wings.
Yeah.
They love them some wings.
Mm-hmm.
So, man, like you said, all we could do is pray. But we gonna end it out right there.
Yes, sir.
And Yeah, man. Hopefully y'all tuned in. Tell a friend to tell a friend. To and that's it. I ain't got too much rap. I feel like I'm rapped out, man.
I'm just saying, subscribe because it's free. That's all I'm saying.
It's free. Yeah, man. It's free.
And we out, man.
Yeah.